Hello, lovely people. Welcome to another episode of Mentoring Marisa. Today we have with us the lovely Sarah Primus. Yes, we are very fortunate to have Sarah. I'm very fortunate to have Daniel teaching me photography. And, yes. Oh, I just bought a new camera.
She did. Marisa is now the owner of her own camera, so if you guys want to book her for headshots, we'll put the link in below.
Well,
yeah, we're just working on it. By the time this comes out, you'll be.
Yeah.
So Marisa was looking at some funky pictures online. She was like, gels. Do people love gels?
Yes.
Right. So we're going to try something kind of cool. We already kind of got things a little bit in place. We've got a greenish blue gel. We call it teal, maybe?
Yeah.
Like a teal gel on this one. And on this one, we've got like an orange. Oh, orange and teal, which is a video I did for Adorama. Check that out.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Links.
If I modeled for that one, I'm going to be...
You totally did.
Hysterical.
No, Erica did. You weren't around. You've been world traveling. Marisa's been world traveling, so it's, now she's back for a little bit. And we're going to do this. So we want to explain what your concept is.
Yes. Okay, so I had I saw this cool photo that I used as inspiration. It had kind of like a fiery color coming from the background and a little bit onto the shoulder. And the front, and Sarah has this gorgeous dress with like a little bit of sheen on it, and then a little blue, slightly darker on the front of the face.
Yeah, because they're opposites, right? You're using the color wheel. You know, there's a lot of people doing this kind of stuff with gels and stuff, and I don't know if they made it up, but like color theory, opposite colors attract, so it's a good way to go. So we're using a strip bank in the back. That is so that, if you're going to hit somebody in the back with the hair light, a lot of times you'll see people be like, oh, use a grid because it's focused or whatever. But you want actually a soft light for a hair light usually, because hair is always going to be reflective because it has oils in it, right? Unless you have really dry hair, and then you could use head and shoulders. But basically what's going to happen is your highlight is the reflection of your light source. So if you have a nice long skinny highlight, that's basically the hair, right? That's why we're using that. We're using this box in the front because Shamira this is my favorite, but it's a small, it's soft because it's bigger than her head, but it's small enough that we can control where the light falls because we don't want lights to cross each other. So we'll start with one and we'll move from there. All right. So we've got the Nikon Z6 II, mine currently, because Marisa brought hers without the battery charged, but we will use it next time. And we're tethered into Capture One, and we'll do some test shots. So the way that I normally would do this is we're going to go over, grab your remote. You know how to use it now, right?
Yes,
so grab the camera. You can take your place, please, Sarah. So we've got this light here conveniently marked with the tag as A, right? So we're going to go to your remote, and we're going to go press A, and then press head, so you turn it off. That we're just using a B. So we're going to set up just the hair light first. So now we'll get her in the position that we think we want to work at. So leave the lights alone now, take a shot, and we'll go from there. So get it framed up roughly how you want it. And we're in Capture One. And this is just going to be that background light. Now you can see everything's red, right? Because that's all we have is a red light.
So good.
So you can even see that this is basically her shadow density. So this is because the red light is bouncing off space in here. If we didn't want it to infiltrate at all, we could block some of it, which maybe we should do. So let's actually get a black card. No extra charge for this. If we want to get as much control as possible, we want to block this red from bouncing anywhere. So for now, let's just see.
Is that bouncing off of like the floor or the curtain?
Yeah, everywhere, right?
Oh.
So we want to bring the card in to give, essentially, this is not really negative fill, but it's kind of like negative fill.
A light eater.
And that should knock down the red a little bit, no?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, right? So if it matters, we'll see if it matters. I think the red will actually be nice when we use the blue, since you're going to leave the blue a little darker.
Yeah.
So what we really want is the blue just to fill in a little bit. Now, if we were doing it how I would normally do it, I would just say turn off B. So turn A on rather. So hit head again, right? Then hit B and then hit head. Okay, and then we'll take a shot like that. Now, what's going to happen here is this is going to be way brighter than she's going to want it to be, because this is going to try to give a proper exposure, right? So we don't want that. We want this to be your shadow, right? So shadows, there's two ways to do it. We're in Capture One. We could either go over here to the manipulator tool and grab our exposure and drag it down until we think about how dark we want it to be, like maybe like right around there, right? That's roughly where you might want it, right? And we look and we see that that's about 2 stops.
Okay.
Right? So what we can do now, oops, is we're going to go...
Lower this.
Yeah, we're going to switch this to manual. So press that button right next to TTL. The one at the top. Yep, there you go. And now go to B, which is where you're at. Yep, hit head again. No, I'm sorry. That was A. Yeah, that's fine. They're both on. Now go to A again. And then hold down the minus, but for a couple, you'll see it go down 1. Nope, you want to hold it down.
Maybe 2 stops, right?
Yep, and then go down 2 stops. Keep going, you got it. There we go. That's a bit much, but we're going to have to adjust once we look. So now we've set ourselves up. This is a ratio, right? This is 2 stops, or about it's about 1 to 4 if we want to do math, because people love ratios. Not Horatio. Nobody likes that guy.
Aw, poor Horatio.
Wasn't it? You know,
everybody likes Sarah Priebus.
Okay, so now we're looking at our lights combined. Do we still? This may
need a little more because I feel like the blue's just canceling out the red, the orange.
Right. So this I think is too bright. Right, because we're losing detail.
Yeah.
So what do you say? You don't see enough blue?
I kind of want the face to be like
more shadowy.
Dark, yeah, more shadowy, like less flat.
So I think part of our problem is how far away the light is. Because the light is far away, it's spreading out all of her, covering her entire body. Now moving it closer will make it brighter. Like, as if we look back here, look at how even that light is. We really don't want that, right? We just want a hint of blue. So what we actually want to do is move the light closer, which it might seem counterintuitive. But if we move it in close, what's going to happen is we're going to have greater fall off. We just want a hint of it, so I'm actually going to move it slightly behind her. So now what's going to happen is this light's going to just kind of come across. Now, of course, it's going to be way too bright now. So you can do it from there. Just go on the B light. I moved it closer. Doing photo math here. Move it down another 2 stops. That should help us. A grid would also help, but I don't have a grid.
What if we also took off the softbox to make it like a harder light?
We could try that, but not yet.
Later.
Take a shot.
Okay.
And that should give us
that's
more contrast, right? So what we're looking at here, this is basically what we talk about a lot, the inverse square law, right? Yeah. We move the light closer to her. What that actually does is it makes it brighter on her, but on her face, but darker on the rest of her, right? Yeah. So it's controlling where it's falling. So now we've got a little bit more of what you're looking for. We basically have now this might be a smidge too bright. Yeah. Because you're losing a little detail there. So we can just turn that light down maybe a 2 or 3 tenths of a stop.
That's A?
That's A, yeah. Yep. Give it another shot. And then once we get our light in place, then we can start rocking. Okay, I think exposure-wise, that's fine. I mean, I like it near the edge of the exposure. If you want, you can bring it down a little bit more.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of like it a little bit darker.
Okay, so give it about a half stop.
Half stop less?
Yep. Okay. And this is just finessing at this point.
Vanessa Joy.
Yep. Exactly. Trademark.
Cool.
Better, right?
Yeah.
How the ratio you set here is going to be very much a factor of what you want as far as darkness and stuff, but also the reflectiveness of their skin. It depends on how much oil they have in their skin, and partially skin tone.
You know, I kind of want more of that orange, like maybe wrapping around.
Coming around or more, okay.
Her head?
Yep, you can do it.
And yeah.
So if we want to do that, we're just going to simply move it forward. Right? Like that.
Yes.
And let's see what that looks like. We should be able to get more wrap that way.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You know, and because we're using a nice dark background, we don't have to worry too much about moving the light around.
Ooh.
And we've got detail there. She looks all contrasty here. All contrasty.
What if I did even more?
Okay, all right. She's moving around even more. Even more she's moving it, guys.
Because I liked how it was on, like...
If you'd like to see Marisa move the light in different ways, you should ring the bell, right? So I'm doing this in the middle of the video. You like that, right? It's an advanced technique to mention it in the middle. Write a comment below whether or not you like the way Marisa moved the light better.
Is that kind of cheesy? Because it's like, I guess it's probably cheesier looking at.
Why is it cheesier?
Because it's like now half and half.
Not necessarily. If that's what you like. And remember, her moving will affect that too. All you have to do, like if you want a subtle change, you can just drop your weight towards your front leg, and that will actually put less red on the front of her because she's just slightly moving in the shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can, but if you want to move, I'll move it back for you. Comment below.
Is there any way to have red like all over the back of that too.
What do you mean all over the back? The background?
Like even wrapping around kind of like the front maybe, but kind of giving like a little bit of a.
Oh, I see. You want red on that side too? Okay.
Not too much.
I mean, anything's possible, but.
I'm so awful. Like, can you do the most difficult possible?
See if that helps. I'm gonna try to get it to wrap around. It'll be the easiest way to do it would be to have another light, but we just have 2 lights. I'm trying to keep it to a simple.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I think what you're asking for is light over here, right?
I was thinking maybe it'd be cool to have like the light wrapping around. You know what I liked? I want to kind of get the red to almost wrap around her jawline. Like if we moved her hair, do you think that'd be possible? Like if we.
You wanted it around her jaw. Oh, so you want it this way? I was doing it the other way. I thought you wanted it from the back.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking that for a second. So.
Oh, now you're changing your mind. Well, do you want to try to get it from the back first?
No, I want it like on her shoulder and her jawline, and then like, kind of yeah.
This might not be perfect. I'm just going to bring it all the ways across to start with.
And just see, yeah.
And we're going to have to see because.
Look more this way. Or just still kind of yeah, almost like if you could pull your shoulder and then like have your neck out and just kind of like look out or yeah. And then if
so
you
what's going to happen there is her hair.
moving your hair to the side towards the wall over there.
Oh,
this way? Yeah. So that we have your jawline.
Still on the back, or do you want me to pull it in front of my shoulder?
Like over like that. Perfect. Yeah. That looks good.
This move's probably too bright.
Ooh, that's not what I was thinking, but I actually like it.
Oh,
well. Maybe move it back a little bit, and maybe a little bit. I'll probably have to get it tighter or a little less back. Yeah.
Well, as far as the back, we can go like that as well. You may have to adjust your power a little at this point, but we'll have to look at it.
Yeah, I was hoping I could get some on her jawline.
You want to separate. Well, it's there. It's just not
Would we,
a lot because
we'd have to put her hair up or something.
Yeah, well, it's because of the direction it's coming from. And if we bring it around this way, you're going to lose that shadow.
Yeah.
It's much easier. I mean, it's not impossible. We could bounce it in. Nothing is impossible. Let's see. If I have a silver reflector.
Do you think if we put her hair up, that would?
Well, her hair is definitely part of the factor. And this is something that we'll find out the more you work with people. Hair is always going to be an issue because it's going to reflect.
Oh, I like. Yeah, when she held it up, that was kind of cool looking. Yes, she's a professional. I'm just gonna test.
The thing is that light under somebody's jaw is very unnatural. It's tricky to get the light in the position to do that and make it look good because you don't normally have light under your jaw, unless it's bounced up. But we can certainly try. It's probably hitting her on the elbow more than it is under her jaw, though. Maybe over here actually might be a better spot for her. Yeah, I mean, to actually get it under her jaw, like this side, you'd have to really, because you can actually see light under her jaw, and that's from the window, which is back there.
Yeah.
The light's on the wrong side of her to get it there. Yeah.
I did like it how it was. I want to see maybe, what do you think it would look like if we put it behind her, how it was, put her hair. Is that?
I recommend not constantly moving the light.
Sorry.
No, I mean, just as a way of, don't be sorry, but this is a common thing that people will do. If you work with what you've got, you'll be able to more understand what you should be doing. If you just keep moving the light every time, you're not going to get a sense of where the light should be.
I like this.
That is actually very pretty.
I like this. Let's go with this.
Okay.
Okay, Sarah.
Yeah, that's very nice. It's not that you shouldn't move the light. I don't want to say it like that, like don't keep moving the light around, because obviously you're playing around. You want to see it, but if you take a shot and you're like, that's pretty good, move it, that's pretty good. Sometimes moving the model, changing your exposure, changing your position will change things too. So it's good to work a lighting a little bit. And it's funny, we're almost back where we started.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's exactly where you
So it's actually kind of cool how it worked out that way. But that's what I meant by that. Not so much that you shouldn't be experimenting, because you should. But sometimes it's good to work through a light a little bit and then change it. Because then you'll look at it and go, oh, this is what I want different. But that's very nice.
That is very nice.
You probably can't get better than that. I would just retire right now.
All right. So now let's think of a mood for this.
Oh.
I'm thinking.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. Imagine that you are like it's late at night and you're standing outside of a club and you're waiting for a taxi and the night did not go the way that you planned for it to go. But you're fierce still. But you're a little like, where's my car? This is the fourth week of this. Okay, oh no, there's some dude looking at you and he's like you're outside the club and you're like, but you don't like him. You're like, who do you think you are? I'm way too hot for you. Far too gorgeous for you, sir. How is he looking? Ooh! A smirk is kind of cool, too.
Well, I would want to be that dude.
Ooh! Yes! Oh, okay, yes.
Should I keep my hand there, or do you want me to play a little bit?
Play it!
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
play. The light looks
Okay.
gorgeous on your hair. Not
now.
Yeah, if you like your hair down, however you like
Okay.
it.
Can you see? Have you seen them? Do you
A
want
little
to?
bit.
Okay, come forward and look.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
This is a good time to have the subject look because then you can get a feel for what it's looking like. Go ahead and try to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, if you hate them, you can tell her. Tell her right to her face. Marisa deserves it.
You could,
I'll play a little bit more
Yeah.
now with stuff. I thought you can just stay still.
Yeah.
no, please, yeah.
Okay.
Have fun. Whatever feeling you're getting, it's good. Ooh. Sarah! Pretend like the most interesting person in the room is like off over there, and you want them to come over to you.
It's so weird. The most
And it's
interesting is
Daniel.
over here.
And Daniel is the most interesting person in the room. Can you turn your chin more profile to me? Yeah. Yeah. You need them to come over. You're like a hired assassin, but you're playing a role as like you need to get this person. They don't know that you're an assassin. Okay, now try having like a private moment to yourself. Like pretend you're by yourself. And maybe like you've just gotten home from a long day. Yeah, I like those last poses. They're really beautiful.
I told you it'd be better than the picture that you showed.
Oh, I love these.
Yeah.
Do you want to come see them?
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Look at your nose. Doesn't she have a great nose?
She has literally the perfect nose.
Yeah.
And
Excellent.
that hair. Oh my gosh. I love how it kind of fades from the red to the blue.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. And then it's a good choice of color here because like this little blueness is kind of reflects down.
Yeah.
Here, ties in.
Yeah. You can
Yeah, no, it's great.
I'm going to look through them. I love it.
Okay, hold on. You're gonna look at him. We have to film it.
Oh,
This is the show.
yes.
We must film
Oh
it.
my god, I was right in front of the camera.
I know, with your big head.
Woo.
I'll just do it this way, and I'll link it in. Hold on, let me just get this one. I'll sync it.
Yes, as my client.
Yeah, All right, go ahead and look at him, guys.
I like those too. That.
Oh,
that
I
one's
love-
really pretty
Yeah, I like that. Like
because it's like in my somehow I
it's
ended
in
up
your arm.
right in my
Yeah, when you had your arm like in the front. Yeah, and
Cool.
even a little bit of the orange got onto
Yeah.
your dress, which is
I like that one a lot.
yeah. Oh
So
yeah,
cute.
yeah. Yeah, I do like that.
The way the orange is reflecting sort of there. Yeah.
Yeah, it gives it like a mood.
Mhm. It almost does feel like you're waiting outside. Like the night's just ended and
Or maybe it's just begun.
Oh, maybe it's like that's like maybe it's just begun. That one. Yay! Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent job.
You.
Oh, I like that one too. Even though that's not, I kind of like you looking down almost.
Yeah, we can. That's cool.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Satisfied?
Is that it? You good?
It's always important to check to see if they're satisfied.
I'm happy. If you are happy.
I'm happy.
Yay. I'm
Excellent,
happy.
excellent.
So,
Oh, sorry, are we organized here? That's right, we're a mess. This show is a mess. That's okay.
Yeah,
though.
these are cool.
yay.
Yeah,
All
good
right.
job.
I will put Marissa's and Sarah's information in the description so you guys can follow them. You can follow me, Daniel Norton Photographer. Ring the bell. You know, do all the things so you get notifications, and we will be back. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Sarah.